Hello, everybody. My name is Jonathan Falzone. Today, I'm going to be looking at some data and trying to find some trends to hopefully help a company become more profitable in the upcoming year. Today in this presentation, I'm going to be going over the plans I created and how I use them to come to the conclusions that I'm going to get into later in the presentation. So, the first thing I did when I was trying to help this company become more profitable was I actually looked at the certain categories or departments that of products that this company sells. So they sell body wash, hair care, and lotions. I thought it was best to focus on the most profitable department, and that was hair care. So for this presentation, I'm going to be only looking at hair care and ways that I can sell more hair care, or this company can sell more hair care products, because they actually are the most profitable for this business. So the next thing I did was I looked at the hair care product profitability by state. And this is very important because not only do we want to find the most profitable product, but we want to know where the best place to target our marketing to. So we want to find the best states or the best cities, anywhere really where we can sell the most of this product to make more profit and generate more revenue. So the next graphic I actually went with was the United States as a whole, where each of these dots shows the total profit of the hair care department. I actually thought this was important because now we can see exactly where a lot of our profitability is being generated or our revenue is being generated, and we can really start to pinpoint these locations because we want to dump our money into marketing campaigns for these select areas where we are going to be making the most money and the most profit off our hair care products. This graphic actually differs from this graphic because here you can see the state is up top, and then these are showing the profitability of each individual product. And in this graphic, it's the entire department. So per profit per state, that's really what we're looking at here. Yeah, this is going to be helpful to navigate around, and I'm going to get back to this more in the dashboard. I think this is probably one of the most helpful parts of this presentation. So moving on to our next important part, we're actually going to be looking at the profit per city. So this is getting even more condensed. So we went from state, now we're going to city. And this is really important because now we can see exactly where our profit is being made. As you can see, we have every single city that was included in this data set. And then here we have the items names, and we have the profitability per item. So here, it's really going to help us in the dashboard again, because as we're navigating through the dashboard, we're actually going to be able to see exactly what cities we can pinpoint and make the most profit off of. The next thing I wanted to talk about, possibly one of the most important things as well, is the top 15 cities. So now we get into the top 15 cities where we are profitable at. And here we can actually see what's selling well and what isn't selling well. So these are the places we can market and we can target our products. And the last thing that I wanted to make sure. So before we get into our dashboard, the last thing that I wanted to talk about was the two most profitable products. So we're going to be spending a lot of money on marketing, and we want to make sure that we're generating the most amount of revenue. So we don't want to be spending money on products that aren't generating that revenue. We want to make sure that we're spending money on the products that are generating the most revenue for our company. So as we're going through the dashboard, so actually moving on into our dashboard, we're going to be able to see the region up here. So we're going to be able to select the region that we want to see. So for example, we'll look at the South. It's going to highlight it down on the map. Then it's going to show us every single southern state and how each product is performing. It's going to show us the cities in the South and how they are doing, so we can get an idea of what's profitable and where we want to spend our money. And also, it's going to show us the two most profitable products. So using this dashboard and using this data, I was able to come to the best conclusion for this company and what I think is the best thing they can do with their marketing revenue or their marketing budget. So moving on into our storyboard, the first thing I looked at was the department that was going to make us the most money and that has been the most profitable. As you can see the data on that, hair care is obviously the clear winner here and what I really wanted to focus on. So The next thing in the storyboard was the United States. As you can see, we have the whole map, and we can see exactly where we're making a lot of our profit. I started to notice a trend here. Places like California, Texas, Illinois, Florida, New York, Pennsylvania. I started to notice that there was a bigger dots, more profit in these states. And that's when I really started to deep dive into the numbers here. So as you can see, as we move along, we're having a lot of profitability in states like California. And I started to realize that these states actually had big cities in them. So that's something that I took notice of. And as we go along, let's see what else we can find here. More profitability, a lot. New York, another big city. Let's keep moving along here. We're seeing more profitability here as well. Pennsylvania. So you can see, obviously, there's places where there's a lot of people, big cities, and we're actually seeing the most profitability there. So that's the first trend I really realized. And that's what actually sparked me to create this chart. Actually looking at the top 15 most profitable cities. So as you can see here, New York, Los Angeles, Philadelphia, Chicago, Columbus, Ohio. These are places where I saw that there was a lot of profitability and that we're probably going to want to target a lot of our marketing budget towards. And then also I started to realize these two products were actually selling the most in out of all these states. As you can see, these numbers are a lot bigger than these here. These numbers here are a lot bigger than the numbers here and here. And yeah, so these two products were showing me the most profitability. That's when I went in and I saw that these two products were actually the most profitable products. So to finally conclude, I actually am going to recommend that this company starts targeting higher cities, Chicago, Columbus, Dallas, Detroit, Houston, Jacksonville, Los Angeles, and so on this list. I want them to target those cities with these two products. These two products are by far the most profitable products, and they're selling the best in these cities. So if more people in these cities can see these products, I believe that there's going to be more sales, and more sales is going to be more profitability. So that is what I want to go ahead and recommend this company. And I thank you for your time, and hopefully you learned something. Thank you.